hell yeah, we got one more act of the night. Put your motherfucking hands together for David Moore.
Thanks, guys. How you going?
Good.
I love sport. I've loved sport since I was a kid. My dad got me into soccer at the age of 4. And sport teaches about competition, but you also learn about winning, losing, injuries, and embarrassment that can happen. And actually, when I was 19, I broke my coccyx. That's the tailbone for any kids still at school in the audience. And it happened through a collision with a goalkeeper. Biggest pain in the ass of my life. Well, except for history detention with Father Roberts. The first part was true, the second part wasn't. I bought a kite and I've been having kite surfing lessons. And if you Google kite surfing accidents, you'll understand how dangerous it is. And this one day I'm on this lesson and I'm about to drop the kite. It's a bit unstable and it drops and the lines are 18 metres and it drops into the power zone. You know, you've seen Superman? I was Superman. I was across that beach at 100 miles an hour. And I can tell you, like, it's like sandpaper. But I was lucky. The instructor took the wind out of my sails eventually. I thought that would get a laugh, it didn't. I guess you had to be there. But then he asked, why have you buried your head in the sand? Well, obviously I couldn't hear him. And talk about other sports. I played tennis for several years when I was younger, but I wasn't very good at all the strokes. And I started to think, imagine if they changed the rules for some of these sports. Maybe it'd be better. Imagine if you could use 2 tennis rackets in tennis. You know. You reckon we'd have any backhands anymore? I thought I'd try that. That didn't work. I did go skiing when I was 17 because my mate broke his back skiing and his mum forced us to. That's a story for another time. But after that first day, after my mate Mick and he went to visit Andy in hospital, by the end of that day, we thought we were experts. So we come back next year for a longer period. And I can't believe these rude bloody people. We got up to the top of the mountain, we saw this fantastic run. And some bastard had put their skis and blocked the route. I did the right thing, mate. I tossed those skis out of the road so everybody could use that run. It takes a while. But talking about the ski fields, my mate is a on-site water quality tester. And that means he's got to go out and test water all the time. But his company sent him down at the worst time of the year and they'd had temperatures in the -5, 10s for the whole week. And he didn't handle it too well. He ended up with frozen test icicles. I also like motorsport and I was inspired by some of these MotoGPs. So I went for my motorcycle driver's test last year. I failed. It was horrible. I was going way too fast when I got to the first cone and I couldn't pull up by the second cone. I pulled those brakes as hard as I could, but it just wouldn't stop. Finally, it grabbed and it flipped the bike. I went over the handlebars, but hey, that's just the way I roll. I also love motorsport, going there, and what I realised at the V8 supercars is that a rattle gun is just like a well-calibrated rattle gun is just like a good wife. They put just the right amount of pressure on your nuts. I don't have a good wife. Now, a lot of people use the expression break a leg when they want to give, advice or, good luck to an actor. I can tell you that breaking a leg is far from good luck. There's the agonising pain. There's the inconvenience of the cast and the crutches. And there's the incessant questions about how did it happen? That really pisses you off. But then what happens later, it just gets worse. But in 30 years of competitive soccer, I broke 2 legs in consecutive years. Luckily for me, neither was mine. Thank you.
Give it up for David, guys. That